If you have ever stared at a bizarre internet meme at 3 in the morning, feeling a strange mix of detachment and sudden laughter, you are experiencing a very specific modern psychological phenomenon. We think our culture of digital absurdity is brand new, but a century ago, a radical movement invented this exact coping mechanism to survive a world that had completely lost its mind. To understand why, you have to look at the global trauma of 1916. Humanity was trapped in the brutal grip of the first fully industrialized war. For generations, society promised that logic, science, and progress would lead to human perfection. Instead, that cold intellect created an automated nightmare of mass destruction. Systems of reason had led straight to the slaughterhouse. In the middle of this existential horror, a counterculture emerged. These creators reached a terrifying conclusion. If logic was responsible for the madness of the world, then sanity itself was a trap. They decided to wage war on meaning. They abandoned traditional beauty and weaponized absolute nonsense, launching a movement designed to break the collective psyche of a complacent public. This was the birth of anti-art. Instead of painting landscapes or sculpting heroes, they took everyday industrial objects and put them in prestigious galleries. It wasn't a cheap prank. It was a profound psychological attack. They wanted to expose the hypocrisy of elite institutions. By making art completely useless, they forced people to confront a world that no longer made sense. They also pioneered the art of the collage, literally tearing apart mainstream media and pasting the jagged fragments back together in blinding chaos. They used destruction as a form of pure psychological projection. They realized that when the external world becomes a nightmare, fracturing reality into nonsense is the only way to retain a shred of internal control. This is where this 100-year-old revolt begins to mirror our modern digital life. Today, we live inside hyper-curated online spaces. Algorithms organize our desires. Screens smooth reality into something predictable, optimized, and sterile. We are trapped in an internet perfection trap, constantly pressure-cooked by the need to maintain an artificial, polished digital identity. And the human mind eventually short-circuits. We suffer from a profound multi-screen anxiety, flooded by a non-stop, exhausting stream of notification bells, doom-scrolling feeds, and global crises. When reality feels this overwhelming, we experience a deep digital loneliness. And how does our collective psyche respond to this modern trap? We do exactly what the traumatized generation of 1916 did. We retreat into the absurd. Think about the mechanics of a modern internet shitpost. It is a fragmented, chaotic piece of media that rejects normal humor, standard logic, and traditional aesthetics. It is deeply ironic, deliberately broken, and entirely incomprehensible to anyone outside the digital subculture. This isn't just mindless online behavior. It is a direct psychological evolution of anti-art. Both eras share the exact same psychological root, using nonsense as a radical survival tactic for a broken collective consciousness. When institutional systems, economic promises, and social realities feel completely fraudulent, taking them seriously feels like a form of compliance. Irony becomes our default defense mechanism. If the rules of society are a lie, rejecting meaning becomes an act of freedom. By reducing everything to a joke, by turning systemic despair into a completely meaningless meme, we strip away its power to hurt us. The nonsense acts as an emotional shield against a harsh reality we cannot control. It is a psychological coping strategy that says, if the world is going to be insane, we will control the insanity ourselves.
But there is a dangerous contradiction hidden beneath this shield. While turning everything into an absurd joke protects our emotions, it also breeds a deep, cynical apathy. When we completely stop searching for meaning, we risk losing our ability to change the world. The original anti-art movement eventually burned out because pure chaos cannot sustain human life. Can our digital culture survive it?
Ultimately, this century-old artistic revolt serves as a mirror for our current digital existence. We are living in a massive, real-time experiment of collective absurdity. The next time you laugh at a broken internet meme, remember that you are participating in a profound, historic rebellion. We are all trying to survive the chaos. And sometimes, laughing at the void is the only way through. If you want to understand the hidden forces shaping your modern digital mind, subscribe to Crossroads of Art. We decode the invisible lines connecting historical movements to your daily scrolling habits. Drop a comment below with your favorite online meme. Let's map the absurd together. Stay curious, walk into the storm, and never stop looking at the canvas.